For centuries, it was nothing more than a whispered legend, a place where the sun never set, locked in a perpetual golden hour. A garden where time unravelled like a frayed thread, and those who lingered too long lost themselves in its embrace. Dr. Eleanor Graves never believed in myths. As an archaeologist, my world was built on facts, evidence, and the remnants of civilizations long buried. But when I received an invitation to explore an uncharted ruin deep within the Carpathian wilderness, I couldn't resist. The letter was unsigned, the coordinates precise. Curiosity outweighed caution. After days of navigating dense forests and treacherous cliffs, I arrived at the edge of a hidden valley. What I saw defied all reason. A vast garden of ancient stone ruins stretched before me, bathed in the warm hues of an eternal sunset. The sky was locked in an amber glow, as if time itself had stalled at the day's most beautiful moment. Flowers unlike any I had ever seen bloomed in unnatural vibrancy, violets with petals that shimmered like silk, roses the colour of burning embers. The air smelled sweet, tinged with something almost intoxicating. My pulse quickened as I stepped forward. The moment my foot crossed the threshold, the hum of the world seemed to soften. The trees swayed in silence. The ruins exhaled a whisper, not of wind but of something deeper, something unseen. At the heart of the garden stood a colossal archway, carved from stone so ancient it seemed to pulse with memory. Its surface was covered in inscriptions, glyphs that made my vision blur if I stared too long. Some force beneath the surface of my mind stirred, tugging at something buried deep in my subconscious. I shook it off. The expedition was meant to document, not to be drawn into hallucination. But as I ventured deeper, something strange began to happen. I could no longer recall how many hours had passed. The sky had not changed. The warmth on my skin was constant. And when I tried to recall the name of the person who had invited me, my mind went blank. My fingers brushed the stone of the ruins. Images flickered across my vision, faces I didn't recognize, hands reaching out, mouths opening in silent screams. I staggered back. A wave of vertigo crashed over me. My memories wavered, as if they had been loosened from their anchors. I tried to recall my mother's face, my childhood home, my own name. Nothing came. Panic set in. I turned, ready to flee, but the path behind me had shifted. The ruins were no longer in the same place. The archway loomed taller, its inscriptions burning like dying embers. Then I saw them. Figures standing amidst the golden fields, dozens of them. Their faces were blurred, their bodies draped in the garments of different centuries. Some wore ancient tunics, others Victorian dresses, military uniforms, even modern-day clothing. They stood motionless, their empty eyes fixed on me. The forgotten. I understood now. The garden did not just take memories, it devoured them. My heart pounded. I fumbled for my journal, desperate to write something, anything that would tether me to reality. A voice soft as drifting leaves whispered from behind, "Stay a little longer." Cold breath caressed my neck. I turned. Nothing was there. Terror surged through my veins. I sprinted toward the edge of the garden, but with every step, the ruins shifted. The sky pulsed. The golden light thickened like honey, slowing my movements. And then I saw my reflection in a shard of broken stone. The woman staring back at me had no face, no eyes, no mouth to scream. A jolt of recognition struck me like a blade. I had seen those blurred figures before. I had been one of them. The garden did not steal you all at once. It erased you piece by piece until even the thought of escape was gone. I tried to fight. I tried to hold on to the thought of leaving, of breaking free. But the light was so warm, the flowers so sweet, the voices so familiar. Somewhere far away, a version of me screamed. But here, in the Garden of Eternal Dusk, Dr. Eleanor Graves smiled. I could no longer remember why. If you enjoyed this eerie tale, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss another bone-chilling mystery. Have your own paranormal experience? Drop it in the comments. And if you dare, check out our other haunting stories. Until next time, stay curious and stay cautious.